What's up, bro? So, I've had the misfortune to having the necessity to use LinkedIn recently, and God, it's so depressing, man. It I used it for like a day probably, and then just feel like such a void inside me. Because it's funny because I've only had one job through, well, not like a corporate job through my whole life, and that job has been given to me because I'm a nipple baby. But now that I want to advance in my career, I have the need to apply for jobs. And, I didn't know you could use LinkedIn for that. I just used Indeed. But now that I know of LinkedIn's existence and how it works, it's so depressing. Like, it's funny because I'm like finding all my high school acquaintances and friends, and it's funny to find the guy that used to bully the fuck out of some other kid. Like, it's so funny to just find the guy and like see his profile and like business consultant or finance consultant at Deloitte or something. It's so funny. But anyways, it depressed me because shit, my bad. It depressed me because it was just like I started looking at all the posts that people do, and it's so fucking like fake. It's fake and it's boring, and it's like some of these people I know like in real life, and those posts don't reflect at all what they really like and what they really are in real life. And I know I've been in like the corporate white collar lifestyle for a couple of years now. Well, not a couple of years, like 5 or 6 years now. And I know that you have to not fake it, but you do have to put on this mask of professionalism on. But damn, man, like it's actually depressing how much we have to fake in order to get what we want, right? But I get it. It's not like I'm gonna like post brain rot on LinkedIn and I'm gonna be successful, right? So it's just something I had on my mind. But it's really depressing because it's we not only fake on LinkedIn. I think we fake like throughout our whole lives, throughout our like interactions in social media, even our interactions in real life. I feel like we fake a lot, and it's not a fakeness like a LinkedIn fakeness where you fake to be professional and you fake to be like, I don't know, just lame. You on social media, obviously, Instagram and all that, you fake that you have a perfect life, that nothing's going bad in your life, that everything's going according to plan. That's what everybody sees. And it's just annoying how fake everybody is. And I see it a lot on like influencers. There's obviously a couple that are actually authentic, and you can actually tell that they're like a genuinely nice person and all. But most of them are just fake as fuck, and they're fake nice, and they're like getting exposed for being such assholes. And like it's not even like in their person, right? Like, you can be an asshole and that's okay, I guess, but it's like in their actual like in the actual video, in the actual content, it's so fucking fake. And you can do whatever you want, right? It's a free world, free country, whatever, and you can post whatever you want, you can fake whatever you want. Some people could argue that that's the whole point of social media, is just to sell yourself. But that doesn't fly with me. I don't know. I prefer like a boring, not necessarily a boring, but just like a more mellow type of content, as long as it's authentic, right? So that's what I'm trying to reflect with the videos I make, right? I don't like fake waking up, you know, like set the tripod or whatever, stop recording, and then go back to bed and wake up. I don't fake my mood at all. Like if I'm happy, it's gonna reflect on the videos. If I'm not happy, you definitely gotta see it. And I feel like that's more valuable than just faking it, right? It's more, I don't know if it's valuable because, you know, at the end of the day, it's just fucking content of the internet. But I feel like it's more, again, authentic. It's more likely that you're gonna connect with people if you're just yourself rather than just faking everything about your life, right? So that's what I've been trying to do with these videos. Obviously, also like presenting my points of view, my opinions and whatever. But I'm just, I feel like being fake is so cringy. And you know, there's a lot of people that, I don't know, during my whole attempt at uploading shit through social media, through TikTok and whatever, like I've had some, you know, you could say kind of successful videos on TikTok and whatnot, but you know, most people just tell me like, oh, you have to be more like, I don't know, they tell me you have to be more presentable, you have to be more joyful in your videos, you have to edit them, you have to at least change the way you talk about things and change the mannerisms you do. And I'm like, yeah, that probably works if your whole goal is to like go viral and, you know, be famous and whatever. But I'd rather just be authentic. And if I consider myself to being not a really extrovert, sociable person. You know, I have a bunch of friends and I'm grateful for that. But I'm not like a chatter, right? I'm pretty terrible at telling stories, actually. I don't think I've ever been able to tell a good story to like hook people, sorry. But I'm gonna keep on trying, and I'll just keep being authentic, because I think that's the only thing that's gonna make a difference between me and other people, right? And I think that's how social media is supposed to be used, like to show yourself in the way you really are. Like even if you think you're boring, even if you think you're not a good storyteller, even if you are not the best at what you do, just show it. And I've talked about this before, saying that I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, because I have a bunch of hobbies, man. I go to the gym, which I don't think I'm like the strongest or the most genetically blessed or whatever, but I do it. And you know, I play the guitar. I think I'm pretty mid at that. I can play some good songs, but I'm not nearly as talented as a lot of people I see on the internet, but I just fucking try it and I enjoy it, right? I play chess, but I'm pretty mid at it. I could probably beat the average enjoyer of chess, but again, there's a bunch of people that could fucking destroy me. But I enjoy it, right? I love video games. You know, I'm pretty good at Smash Bros, but again, some of these people online, man, are just fucking insane. What else? There's a bunch of things that I just like to do for the first time. You know, I tried jiu-jitsu. Obviously I'm pretty shit at it, but it's quite enjoyable. I've tried snowboarding. Again, I'm pretty shit, but I enjoyed it. And it's, I don't know, sometimes it's tough, because I would love to be excellent at something, but you know, I don't think I'm excellent at anything. But you know, that's just my life and how it turned out to be, right? So I'll just try to be authentic. And I would like if you're watching this video, if there's something you can take from this video onto your life, is to just be authentic. Like It's okay if you're boring. It's okay if you're like a fucking nerd or something. It's okay if you consider yourself to be just lame, or like if you have no game with girls, or if you don't know how to sell. If it's okay, like who gives a fuck? Like as long as you're aware of it, which you know a bunch of people, a lot of people I know are not aware of what 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 you know what goes through their mind. They just live, and they just like they get so consumed in this like autopilot mindset of every day that they don't actually what's the word? I forgot the fucking word. They don't do any introspection. And like I've talked about before, some introspection I think is good. I'm guilty of being a really, really introspective person, and it can be really bad because you just get stuck in your mind and you become a fucking thinker, which, you know, being a thinker is not good. You should be a doer, or, you know, not think too deep about things and just do shit, because sometimes you stop yourself from doing good things just because you're thinking a lot about the outcomes, or how dumb you're gonna look if you try, or whatever. But just be authentic and try to change, and try to be better at the things you maybe are not good at. And it's just that, man. It sounds so easy just to say it, but you know, actually doing it is pretty hard. But again, you should just fucking try, right? Life is too short to just be a fucking NPC and not caring about changing your life for the better. Life is good, bro. And you know, I've had some dark, I say dark times, but you know, I've been pretty blessed. You know, I've had pretty amazing parents that did a great job at raising me. I've had great friends. I've never struggled like financially, but you know, I've had some like times where I felt like I had no purpose in life, and actually right now I feel like there's no actual purpose in my life. It sounds pretty dark, but you know, I mean it like in the work I do every day, like specifically at my job. I feel like I have no purpose now, and you know, whatever purpose I take care of, it's something that doesn't ignite the passion in me. But you know, I'm aware of it, and I want to change things, and I want to do whatever it takes in order to make that change, and to have something that gives me purpose, and that whatever it is that purpose is, that it makes me happy. And this is part of it, you know. Like I said, I've had some little successes here and there with videos, and it's the best feeling in the world when you get a comment that says like, oh, this helped me a lot, or oh, you've changed the way I think, and I appreciate that. That's one of the greatest joys I've ever had in my life. So I'm gonna try and keep getting those comments again, and trying to help people, and just making sure whatever I'm saying helps somebody. But yeah, I don't know how we got from LinkedIn to this, but whatever. Yeah, just be authentic, man. Don't try and fake anything, because I think faking is the actual cringe thing that you can do. But you know, whatever. I think that's it. I think that's all I had in my mind. But you know, again, comment in the videos, roast me or roast my ideas, and I'll try and be more frequent with my uploading. Yeah, see you guys.